You will never procrastinate ever again when you're done watching this video. Look, I'll be honest with you. A few years in the past, I had such big goals, such big dreams. I wanted to be a multi-millionaire. I wanted to get in shape. I wanted to find a good relationship with someone who truly loved me. I wanted all of these things. And I knew that to achieve them, I'd need to work hard. But at the same time, I just couldn't get myself to do any work at all. I just kept procrastinating. I mean, it got so bad, to be honest with you. I was stuck in such a rut. At some point for months, all I was doing is I'd wake up, tell myself I'd be productive, and spend the whole days just watching shitty movies on streaming websites in low quality, in 1.x speed, sometimes in 2x speed. I mean, come on, bro. Have you ever enjoyed a movie you watched in 2x speed? Have you even ever done that in the first place? Probably not. Yet I was doing that to trick myself into feeling productive. Or worst of all, I was going on YouTube, watching so many videos about people waking up at 5 a.m. or being productive, etc., to feel like I was being productive, to feel like I was researching new strategies, etc., instead of actually doing the work. So if you can't stop procrastinating, I understand you. I was there too. I know what it's like. But the good news is, there is a cure. And after I was able to implement all the things I'm going to share with you in this video, I was literally able to get everything I ever wanted. I was able to get in shape. I was able to find great relationships with people I love and people who love me back. And I was also able to build the online business that's made me thousands of dollars per day in profit. The first thing I want you to understand, and you're probably not gonna like it, is that you're procrastinating because you tolerate your situation. That's it. Like, we have to be honest at some point. I'm not saying you're not in pain. A few years in the past, back when I was procrastinating all the time, I was in a ton of pain, believe me. I had so much anxiety, I had no friends, no relationships, I couldn't even go outside for a walk in the neighborhood. That's how pathetic I was. I was spending my whole days watching shitty YouTube videos or watching movies on streaming sites. Even though I had big goals and big ambitions, I hated myself. My self-belief, my self-esteem was so low because every time I'd tell myself, tomorrow I'm gonna change, tomorrow I'm gonna exercise, I'm gonna wake up early, I'm gonna be productive, I'm gonna face my fears, I would wake up and not do anything different. Now looking back, I realize you're going to wake up tomorrow as who you were when you went to bed tonight. That's what people don't get. And that's why people always fail their New Year's resolutions. They think, oh, just because we go from like 2025 to 2026 or whatever the year might be, somehow they're going to wake up a different person. That's never going to happen. You wake up as who you were when you went to bed. Change is only going to happen because you consciously make yourself change. Up until the point when the new you is just automatic. For example, if you were out of shape, first, you're going to have to consciously change what you're doing, to change your daily behaviors, your way of thinking about food and about exercise. And then it won't become automatic. It won't take much energy from you. If I don't eat healthy or I don't exercise, I feel fucking horrible because I became a new version of myself. Whereas back then I couldn't exercise for 2 days in a row, now if I don't exercise, I go insane. And that goes to show you anything is possible, you can change. So many people let circumstances limit them, hold them back. But what are you gonna do? Just sit there and play the victim and not change anything and hate your life forever? What the fuck is the point? May as well commit suicide, I'm not joking. Or you can just take responsibility, do whatever it takes to change your life, even if you have shitty circumstances. Guess what? I too had shitty circumstances. I grew up in the low middle class. I was battling with fucking diseases. Yet I didn't let it kill me. Pain can do one of two things. It can crush you because you're not strong enough to handle it, because you're not doing what it takes to become strong enough to handle it. Or you become stronger. You let that pain forge you into the best possible version of yourself. And guess what determines which way you end up being? You, your choice. I'll be honest with you, I've known people and their whole lives, what they did is just playing the victim. Complaining that they don't make enough money because of their job, whatever, but they never even tried to start a business or switch careers. Or if they did it was a weak effort. They half-assed things. They didn't really give it their everything. I'm sure you know these people. They love to play the goddamn victims all the time. It's exhausting just being around these people. Some people just walk in a room and the entire room lights up. It's awesome. They make everyone else happy. And then there's people who walk in a room and oh my god, the energy becomes so negative and so draining. You never want to see these people, but they're always here for a reason. Well, guess what? You've got to ask yourself, which kind of personality you want to be. Do you want to be the kind of person who inspires you and others? Or do you want to be that kind of draining fucking victim? It's a choice, it's up to you. What I really want you to understand is that right now, there's nothing really forcing you to change. Let's say you had a kid, and your kid is in a burning building. The firemen are not coming anytime soon. What are you gonna do? Are you just gonna stand there and let your kid die if you love them? Obviously not. If you had no other choice, you'd go and you try to save them, right? You'd put yourself in danger to try and save them. Yet when it comes to your goals, you won't even do 1/10 of that to help you reach your goals. One thing I've found is it's so easy to let ourselves down because we don't love ourselves. And the reason for that is we see all of our flaws. We remember all the times that we said we were going to do something and then we didn't do it. And so every time we don't stick to our promises, especially the ones we make to ourselves, our self-esteem goes lower and lower and lower, up until the point we don't believe anything that we say to ourselves anymore. And so now, breaking a promise we make to ourselves is easy because we have this identity, this self-concept of being the person who never sticks to what they said they were going to do. And then of course, procrastinating becomes so much easier. Now you've got an excuse to lean into procrastinating because you see yourself as the type of person who procrastinates. If there's one thing I've learned in life, it's that wishes don't come true, goals do. You can wish all day long that you were richer, more attractive, in better shape, or that you had better relationships, whatever. But that itself is not going to change anything. Clear, specific goals backed up with hard work and consistency actually happen. My newfound productivity has allowed me to make thousands of dollars per day selling online courses and high-ticket programs. If you want to learn from me, you want me to show you all my systems and how you can do the same, click the link in the description below. Apply to book a free consultation call with me, and if we're a good fit, you'll get the chance to join my premium mentorship program where I'm going to teach you step by step how you too can build a profitable online business. The other thing you really need to understand, and probably the core reason why you're procrastinating, is because you fall for shallow things. You focus on all the productivity techniques you see online, like the Pomodoro technique, the 80-20 principle, time blocking, etc. But really, there's nothing deeper than that. You need to look within yourself and find your why. Why do you want to be productive in the first place? Why do you want to complete X type of work? What's behind that? And don't just say, oh well, money, or having a better life, or having more abundance, because that's so damn vague. All the time people tell me I want to be free. Okay, sure, I get it, but what's freedom to you? What does it look like? Because my definition of freedom might not be your definition of freedom. I'll tell you what's mine, and then you can tell me yours in the comments below. My definition of freedom is making at least $1 million a year in profit, only working 5 to 15 hours a week, making social media content that I love, sharing my passion with the world, sharing a powerful message. Every morning, I wake up in the place of my dreams. I have a schedule which I love. I only work a couple hours that day. And then the rest of the day, I focus on my hobbies, on improving myself as a person, spending time with my loved ones. But for you, your definition of freedom might look completely different. Maybe it just is about living a luxury lifestyle. Maybe you want to make a few grand a month, work remotely, and travel the world. Whatever that may be for you. But until you are crystal clear on what freedom is to you, why you want to work hard, why you want to overcome procrastination, what you're going to get out of it, what your dream life is going to look like, nothing is ever going to change. That I can guarantee. You know, when I was in school, I barely ever did my homework. The simple reason being, I knew I would not go to university. So I didn't give two fucks about getting a high school degree. To me, it was toilet fucking paper. I had no reason to even show up to class and do the work and listen to the boring ass teachers. I wanted to be rich, they were broke. So I knew I wasn't going to learn from these people. And I didn't want to get massively in debt to go get a bullshit degree and work a job that would cap my salary at like $50K a year, maybe $100K a year when I'm 50, if I'm lucky. And I chose the right career path, and I slaved away for like decades, missing out on so many beautiful opportunities and travel and fun things, because I was too busy giving my soul to a job that doesn't give a shit about me. Human beings are not stupid. They're only ever gonna do something long enough to see results if they actually care about it. All the people that you see going to the gym, quitting after a few weeks or a few months, it's because they fucking hate it. You want to find something, a topic you can talk about and sell courses on that, even if you weren't getting paid at all, you would still love the thing you're talking about. And because you love it, you're gonna shine naturally. People will start noticing you. People will want to work with you because you love what you do and people can sense it. Technically speaking, you don't need to follow your passion if you want to make money, but if you want to live a good, fulfilling life, an awesome life, why wouldn't you choose to do something that can make you rich and happy too? Like at the end of the day, what's your goal in life? Your ultimate goal? Isn't it to just love your life and be happy? Like, we don't want anything else really. So right now, unless you can tell me exactly what you want out of life, exactly what your dream life would look like, take some time today or this week to just sit by yourself with no one around you, no distractions, no music with lyrics, no noise, no nothing. Just grab a notebook and a pen and ask yourself, what do I want out of life? What would actually make me happy? And what kind of business or career would actually suit my goals? Because you can work hard all day long, but if you're just the guy making burgers at McDonald's, you will never be rich or free. At some point, you've got to align the opportunity you choose to work on with your goals. And I'll tell you straight up, if your goal is to work only a few hours a week, doing something that you genuinely love. It puts a smile on your face every day when you wake up. Like you're literally excited to go to work because you love it so much. You help people to transform their lives positively. And on top of that, you get to make multiple 6 to multiple 7 figures per year in profit. The best business model you could ever start is selling online courses passively or high-ticket programs. If you want me to teach you step by step how we do this, click the link in the description below when you're done watching this video and apply for a free one-to-one call with me. If you're a good fit, you'll get the chance to join my premium mentorship program. The other reason why you can't stop procrastinating, no matter how ambitious you are and no matter how hard you try to force yourself to do the work, is because your brain has too many fun things to do as opposed to just doing the boring work. I mean, think about this. Today we've got things like Netflix, video games, social media, parties, clubs, etc. We've got so many things that are so fun to do for our brain that now just sitting down at your computer chair, doing some deep work, writing some video scripts, or just recording videos, anything, even if you enjoy these activities, that can become too boring for your brain because your brain is getting so much more dopamine without doing any effort from all these instant gratification activities. If you don't believe me, let's do a little experiment. Wake up, make yourself a cup of tea or coffee or water, whatever you drink, and then the first thing you do is you go do some deep work. For 2 to 4 hours, you focus on the most important tasks you need to do to grow your business, and then see how productive you are. And then the next day, what you're gonna do, you're gonna wake up, you're gonna make yourself a sugary breakfast, you're gonna watch movies for 5 hours, and then you try to do 2 hours of deep work. We'll see how productive you are then. I can guarantee you the quality of your work is going to be shit, and you won't make much money. So designing a routine that's low dopamine, where I first do the most important work, and then I can do fun things, that made me more money than anything else ever could. Now, the other reason you procrastinate is because you're trying to do way too much stuff, and worst of all, stuff that doesn't matter. You've been brainwashed by the hustle culture into believing you need to work every single waking hour, otherwise you don't deserve success and you'll never make it. That is bullshit advice. In anything in life, there's what we call the point of diminishing returns. It means if you're not doing enough, you won't get results, of course, and the more you do past a certain point, you're getting more results. But at some point, if you try to do more than what you're already doing, you start to get worse results, and everything goes to shit. So what we want to do is to find that sweet spot, where we put in a certain amount of work, and we get drastically disproportionate positive results. That's where we set our work limit at. It's like going to the gym. If you want to make more muscle, etc., just because you go to the gym more doesn't necessarily mean you'll make more muscle. At some point, you'll just overtrain. If you're trying to put on more muscle, you want to eat more. But at some point, if you eat too much, you'll just get fat. So we always want to find the sweet spot. If you work too much, you'll just burn out, and the quality of your work will get lower. So it's not just about working more and more and more and more. If you've got the habit of making to-do lists, everything that doesn't make you more money, fucking remove it. You don't need it. All the activities that are not essential, cut them. And then focus on other things in your life other than just work. What's really giving you the impression that you need to work every waking hour is because you're in the wrong opportunity. Maybe you understand you need to start an online business if you want to make a ton of money, but you're working on the wrong business model in the first place. So of course it feels like you have to work extremely hard because you're not doing the right things. If you implement all of these things I shared with you today, you will never procrastinate ever again. I can promise you that. Now, if you want me to teach you how I've built a $2,600 per day business by selling online courses passively and high-ticket programs, click the link in the description below to apply to book a free strategy call with me. If we're a good fit, you'll get the chance to join my premium mentorship program where I'm going to teach you everything until you're at least making 10K per month consistently with your online business. Since I do this myself, I only have a few spots, so they're very limited and they fill up fast. And I don't know for how long I'm going to keep doing this. So apply below to see if you qualify. And with that said, I'll see you on the other side.